2-minute opportunity to speak on your candidacy. We have a little additional time, so you may have up to 2 minutes if you'd like. First candidate to speak would be candidate for re-election, Paul Bregoli.
Greetings. My name is Paul Bregoli. I'm candidate for re-election to school committee. I grew up in West Quincy, Lewis and Dolores Bregoli, my parents, 4 siblings, spent my whole life in the city of Quincy, went through the Quincy Public Schools, graduated from North Quincy High School, then got a degree from the University of Massachusetts in education and a master's degree in counseling from Bridgewater State. Spent 34 years in the Quincy Public Schools as both a teacher and a guidance counselor. A good cross-section of the schools, elementary, middle, and high school, because I was in all of them. I have a record, and I'm running on my record. What I said 4 years ago, some of the things that I put out to do or set out to do, I think I've accomplished. I talked about academic standards, and we have now in place the athletes cannot fail more than one subject and still play a sport. I asked our health educators back in both high schools, we now have them. I asked for athletic trainers back in both high schools, we now have them. I asked the superintendent if we could please put CPR in place with our health educators. Last year, 120 middle school students were certified in CPR. I spoke with the DA's office last year about dating violence in our high schools, and we're going to have some type of program in place by the end of the school year. I want to continue to update academic standards. I want to encourage all high school marching bands to be the best they possibly can, and to encourage middle school marching band. I want to look closely at the differences in both high schools, because they offer both different courses at each. We have a $100 million budget in the school committee, and I think it's imperative that we have experienced people on the committee to look at that budget and to meet up the monies. Thank you.
Thank you. It's 3. We apologize for that.
We did not put a timer ahead of but we thought we might have this.
Sorry, Paul. Keep going.
Well, I can never hit a curveball, so. Again, my education was my whole life. I started in the Quincy Recreation Department as a 16-year-old, working at the Wallaston Playground. I continue to run clinics for the Recreation Department in the summer, both in softball and in soccer. I continue to coach girls soccer at North Quincy High School. That's why I was late, and the school committee prayer people were not on first tonight, because I just came from a game at the stadium. Again, my whole life has been dedicated to the Quincy Public Schools, either as a student, as a coach, as a guidance counselor, as a teacher. And all I'm doing is asking for one more term. And I appreciate that consideration on November 3rd. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Paul. Kathryn Hubley, candidate for re-election.
Hello, my name is Hubley. I'm the Vice Chair of the Quincy School Committee, which I was voted to unanimously by my colleagues. It was a great honor. I'm running for re-election and respectfully ask for your vote on November 3rd. I'm 45 years old, live on Marion Street in Wallaston with my husband Walter, and our 2 children, Victoria, who's 17, and Nathan, who's 14. My husband and I are former foster parents and co-founders of the Wallaston Hill Neighborhood Association, where we just completed a beautiful renovation on Safford Park on Beale Street. I'm the only current Quincy Public School parent on the ballot for a school committee on November 3rd. I experience the school system from a parent's perspective every day, and have done so for the past 12 years. As parents, we give our kids a voice, and the committee cannot afford to lose that perspective. Prior to being elected to the Quincy School Committee, I volunteered for the Quincy Public Schools for 9 terms as president of the Quincy Citywide Parents Council, where I work to address important issues such as bullying and drug awareness. These issues impact our children's general readiness to learn across all areas. Prior to my volunteer work, I was a teacher of preschool and kindergarten, doing my student teaching at the Snug Harbor Elementary School. That's 21 years of experience as a parent, advocate, and teacher. 4 years ago, when I was elected to school committee, I was committed to restoring the literacy program at the elementary school level. Today, I am proud to tell you that the literacy program is restored. Literacy skills are essential across all subjects. On school committee, I successfully advocated to increase our 8th grade engineering program to include 6th and 7th graders at all of our middle schools, and paraprofessionals to all of our kindergarten classrooms. I successfully advocated for the increase in security and technology at all of our schools. All of these achievements improve the quality of the education our students experience every day, but there's still so much more we can do. While I have served on the Quincy School Committee for the past 4 years, I still don't think of myself as a politician. I'm a concerned Quincy Public School parent who wants to help our children and our schools be the best that they can be. Once again, my name is Kathy Hubley. I am running for re-election to the Quincy School Committee and respectfully ask for your vote on November 3rd. Take care.
Thank you, Kathryn. The next candidate is James DeAmicis.
Good evening. Thank you to the Democratic and Republican city committees for hosting this event tonight. Thank you to Alicia Gardner and Christine Cedrone for organizing it. Their hard work is greatly appreciated. My name is James DeAmicis, and I am a candidate for school committee. I'm a resident of West Quincy with my mother Noreen, brother Luke, and sisters Victoria and Isabella. My siblings all currently attend Quincy Public Schools. Luke and Victoria are here at Quincy High School, and Isabella is at Central Middle School. I'm a product of our system. I attended Burnside Elementary, promoted to Broad Meadows Middle, and graduated this past year from Quincy High School. And currently, I'm a government student at Suffolk University in Boston. While in the system, I was an active volunteer. Whether it was stocking the pantry in Germantown's neighborhood center, or ringing the bells at Stop and Shop, every year I tried to make a difference within and outside the school system through my community service efforts. Why am I running? I believe that we need new representation. It's evident to me that our city's government currently does not embody the future of this great community. We need leaders who will listen, who will share your concerns, and will work hard to resolve what needs to be done. In addition, I am part of a global network of young leaders who believe that now is the time for the next generation to step in with fresh ideas and energy. When tasked with being a school committee member, it does help to have years of experience and professional development, but in reality, Quincy does not have someone with a student's perspective. I do, and it's because of this I am qualified for this role. I know what students and parents value with their education, and believe that as a committee member, I will be responsive, receptive, and will continue to encourage an open dialogue. I thank you for your time, and come Tuesday, November 3rd, I respectfully ask for your vote.
Thank you, James. Next candidate is write-in candidate Emily Lebo.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Emily Lebo, the write-in candidate for the school committee. I'd like to thank both the Democratic and Republican committees for allowing me to speak to you tonight. As I'm sure you know, I entered the school committee race late. I did this because a candidate with a very similar background and experience as mine decided not to run, leaving 3 candidates for 3 seats and no time for anyone to file papers. In September, I was approached by parents, teachers, friends, and elected officials encouraging me to do a write-in campaign. Although the prospect was daunting, I gave it much thoughtful consideration. I know that I want to do this job. Because of my background in education, I know I have the skills needed to fully understand the work required of the school committee. This work demands knowledge of state regulations and includes a tremendous amount of reading and analyzing materials and data about each individual school and about the district as a whole. Not the least of which is an almost $100 million school department budget, which is, by the way, 1/3 of the entire city budget. I believe my experience as Director of Career and Technical Education for first Quincy and then Boston Public Schools, and my past experience in the school committee, has prepared me well to do this important work. I know the school committee plays a significant role for the city because it drives and maintains our school system. We all know the effect a good school system has on the future of our children. Additionally, we know the effect a good school system has on our property values. I believe I am the best candidate because I'm an experienced educator and administrator. I'm a longtime homeowner in the city, and I'm a grandparent to 4 students who are attending our public elementary schools. I am not using the school committee as a resume builder. I am not using the school committee to further a political career. All I want to do is work to make the Quincy Public Schools the best school system that it can be. I respectfully ask for your vote on November 3rd. My address is not needed. Please just write in my name, Emily Lebo, on the ballot and fill in the oval. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'd like to give a round of applause to all the school committee members.
Thank you, Candace. Best of luck next Tuesday. I would like to remind our candidates out there, we are running about 10 minutes ahead of schedule. We did ask our candidates to please be in the room 30 minutes ahead of your scheduled time for this very reason. So if you have a candidate who hasn't shown up yet, I would ask that you call them and be sure they're in the room so we can do this in a seamless manner.